Hey, happy Friday, everybody. It's time for Strat-O-Matic Baseball. I'm Spokane Steve. I'm going to bring you a ball game today from 1966, part of the 1966 complete season replay. Let's go back to May the 12th. Washington at California. It's going to be Phil Ortega, the right-hander, on the mound for Washington, Marcelino Lopez, the lefty, for California. Let's make sure I've got that straight. I've been known to mess it up. Looks like we've got a few people here. Franklin, fashionably early. Good evening, Mike. Or good afternoon, I should say. Too early to be evening, even on the east. Washington comes in 11-11. California 8-16. Let's take a look at the replay records now. For Phil Ortega, first of all, 1-1 with a 3.34 earned run average. For Lopez, 1-3, but with a fine 2.89 ERA. Lopez, apparently the victim of poor run support. He's pitched well enough to win, but has a 1-3 mark to show for it. And there's Kelly Hibbs. Welcome, Kelly. Let me get this lined up here. I'm going to refresh this so that I can see all of the chat. And happy Friday to everyone. It's the weekend, finally. Warm and windy in Spokane. In fact, you may have heard my wind chime just now outside. I have the slider open. 72 and pleasant, other than a bit windy, as I said. Here's the lineup for the Washington Senators. Fred Valentine will lead it off in center field. Eddie Brinkman at shortstop, bats second. Ken McMullen at third base in the 3 spot. Big Frank Howard in the cleanup spot plays left. Don Locke in right, bats fifth. Ken Hamlin, the second baseman, hits sixth. Dick Nann will start at first and bat seventh. Paul Casanova doing the catching and hitting eighth. Ortega bats ninth. For the Angels, it'll be Satriano catching again. Second day that Rogers has not been the starting catcher, although he did pinch hit in this game in real life, so I assume he's healthy at this point in the season. Norm Seaburns at first, Bobby Knopp at second. Fregosi gets a day off as Jackie Hernandez gets the start at short. Paul Shaw down at third, in the outfield left to right of Reichart, Cardinal, and Ed Kirkpatrick. And with that, we're ready to get this one underway. Lopez ready to work as Valentine steps in. Valentine, a switch hitter. He'll be batting right-handed against Lopez. Comes in with a 309 average, 5 home runs, 10 RBIs. Lopez gets the sign from Satriano, and here we go. The pitch, a 1-6 single into right field. Valentine lashes it the other way for a leadoff single. Valentine with all kinds of speed. Let's check the holds now. Lopez with a rather poor +3 hold, and Satriano with a +2 arm. Boy, that makes Valentine a 20. Even held on, he's an 18, and he will be held on, and he's going to try for that lead 3 through 6. Hang on, that is a 7, so he does not get the lead. I'm looking at something else here. So is it a 1? A roll of a 3. Bear with me, guys. I want to be sure about this. Gosh darn it, I meant to look this up prior to the game. I think it's only a 1. that creates the pickoff. Let's see here now. Super advanced. Still looking. Okay, a 1. Only a 1 results in the pickoff. I'm going to leave this out because we're going to come back to this. Sorry about that. And Ben comes in there with the answer while I'm trying to look it up. Thank you, Ben. Yes, and I'm not using the block pass ball, so the 1 is the only one we're concerned with. What would he be on the back number? 13 plus 5, 18 minus 4, 14. Brinkman's going to try the hit and run. Here's the pitch. It's a 2. And it's a double 3-base advance. How about that? It's a hit and run double for Ed Brinkman. Valentine can run all day and scores the first run of the game. Holy cow, I didn't expect that. I'm going to make a note of that, in fact. That's noteworthy. Holy cow, a hit and run double for Brinkman. You guys know I don't use the hit and run much. But with a second number of 14 held, the B hit and run becomes an A. Too much to resist, and Brinkman a light hitter to boot. Came into the game at 256. So Washington making things happen early in this one, and here's McMullen. McMullen hitting 239, 4 home runs, 14 runs batted in. Lopez delivers the 310 left-handed. It's a grounder to second. Knopp smothers it, throws to Seaburn, and Brinkman will move over to third. 1 away, and here's Big Frank Howard. Angels will play back early. Lopez checks the runner. Here's the pitch to Big Frank Howard. It's a 5-5 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. What a big strikeout for Lopez. Now there's 2 down, a runner on third, and Don Locke the batter. Hamlin on deck. Marcelino Lopez gets the sign from Satriano, checks the runner, the windup. The pitch, 5-9 right-handed. It's a high fly ball to left field, backing up his right card, and that's going to roll to the wall for a double. Brinkman can walk home, and it's 2-0 Washington. A 2-out double from Don Locke. 3 hits in the inning, 2 runs have crossed, and here's Ken Hamlin. Lopez gets the sign. There's the pitch now to Hamlin. A 4-7 single to 12 on an 11. That's knocked down at short by Hernandez, but he will have no play. That will go as an infield single. Keeps the ball on the infield, holds Locke at third. Locke can only advance 1 base on that. The 4th hit against Lopez as the Rangers come out aggressive today. The Rangers, the Washington Senators, excuse me. And greetings to Perry and to Kenyon. Yeah, I'm off to a rocky start here. Get in the game, Steve. Here's Dick Nen now. Nen, a left-handed batter. Starting against the lefty, even though he's just 6 for 37 on the season, 162. He has no homers, just 2 RBIs. Lopez trying to use him as the out man to get out of this inning, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 6-7 grounder to second base X. That's Knopp. Knopp Gold Glover at a 1E17, and then here's the play. On an 11, that's the E rating. It's a 9 on a 17, and he makes the play to retire the side. Nice play, Bobby Knopp. 4-3X, and then is retired. The Rangers, why do I keep calling them? What is wrong with me? The Senators settle for 2 runs on 4 hits. They leave a pair. I know they became the Texas Rangers, but I've never done that before. I don't understand what is wrong with my brain today. Somehow in my mind, I'm already transposing the Washington Senators into the Texas Rangers. It'll be a while before they go there. So let's just slow down the time machine a little bit, huh? Checking now with the chat. Ben's played a few super advanced, looking to the rules. Yeah. As you can see, I still have to check the rules myself. To the bottom of the, I don't know what kind of grease I got on this score sheet either. And my OCD is coming out badly today, guys. I'll try to pull it together here. Phil Ortega getting loose. Let's get you that Angel starting lineup. It'll be Jose Cardinal in center leading it off. Ed Kirkpatrick's in right field today, batting second. Bobby Knopp, the second baseman, hits third. Rick Reichardt's in left, hitting cleanup. Norm Seaburn, the first baseman, hits fifth. Paul Shaw at third base bats sixth. Tom Satriano, left-handed hitting catcher, in the seventh spot. Jackie Hernandez getting a rare start at short, and oh my goodness, he's facing a right-hander. Look at this. Absolutely zippo. And as a special added bonus, he's a 4E56 at short. And Lopez, the pitcher, hitting ninth. Ortega ready to work now. Here is Jose Cardinal to lead it off for California. Cardinal hitting just 183 so far, trying to get it going. 2 homers, 10 RBIs on a nice card, hitting 183. Let's take a look at that. 276, 16 homers, 322 on base, 399 slugging it. There's absolutely no reason for this guy to be hitting, what did I say he was hitting? Jiminy Christmas, 183. Yeah, right, man? And there's So. Good choice, So. And then there's Jimmy, and the gang's pretty much all here, right? So here's Cardinal now. Ortega lined up. The pitch is a 2-9 right-handed. Right in his good column, he hits one to third, smothered by McMullen, who gets up and throws him out. That's the kind of luck Cardinal's had this season so far. And here's Kirkpatrick. Ed Kirkpatrick, hitting just 161 this year. He has 1 home run. Ortega into the windup. Pitch to Ed, a 3-8 right-handed, and he draws the walk. So a 1-out walk to Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick a star 15. Let's check the Washington battery. Ortega a -1, Casanova a -1, a combination of 2. That makes Kirkpatrick a 1-13, and he will not be held on. Tempting, trailing by 2. Maybe I should try another hit and run, but he's not held on, so Knopp would not get the benefit of being made an A. Pitch to Knopp. Kirkpatrick's going. The throw down. He's stolen it. How about that? They neglect to hold him, and he makes him pay for it with a stolen base. For Kirkpatrick, that's his 4th stolen base of the season. He's yet to be caught. And here's the next pitch to Knopp. That's going to be a 5-11 right-handed. High fly ball to deep left field. Backing up is Frank Howard now, just shy of the track, hauls it in. So allowed out by Bobby Knopp. And with 2 away, it'll be up to Rick Reichard. Reichard hitting 279. 6 home runs, 11 RBIs. Ortega gets the sign now. Pitch to Rick is a 4-6 right-handed, and he walks him. 2-out walk to Kirkpatrick, tying runs aboard, and here's Norm Seaburn. Seaburn, another underperforming card so far at 164, just 11 for 67, and he has no homers and only 2 RBIs. So Seaburn's still trying to get on track. As he stands in from the left side, Ortega checks the runners. From the stretch, delivers to Seaburn on a 4-9 left-handed. It's a double to 6, but on a 10, that's going to hang up in center field. Valentine drifting back and hauls it in to retire the side. No runs, no hits, 2 left on for California. After 1 inning of play, it is 2-0 Senators. Oh, wow, Perry saw the Stones last Friday in Atlanta. I saw them once. I saw them in 1975 in LA. Hell of a show. Of course, we didn't have the internet then, so news didn't travel as fast, and that was when that was right after they replaced Mick Taylor with Ron Wood. So we're in our seats and the band comes out, and I'm thinking, that doesn't look like Mick Taylor. Before we get to the second inning, I should address something here. I've had some questions and comments lately about catcher's arm, pitcher's hold, in stealing, okay? Here we go, the stealing of second base. You combine the catcher's arm and the pitcher's hold rating. This sum may not exceed the range of -5 to +5. The defensive manager then decides whether to hold the runner on base. If so, there is a further adjustment. -2 from the first success rating and -4 from the second success rating. And that pretty much sums it up. There was some confusion as to whether or not you apply the catcher's rating when the runner is not held on, but clearly you do. So I wanted to address that. Hope that clears things up. Lopez getting ready to go to work in the second here. It'll be Casanova, Ortega, and Valentine for Washington. Paul Casanova hitting .292, just 7 for 24. He does have a home run and 4 RBIs. The left-hander winds and deals, 2-7. That's a ground ball to shortstop. Hernandez on the run, throws in time. Here's Ortega now. Ortega, a right-handed batter, 1W. The pitch from Lopez is a 5-6 right-handed, struck him out. So Marcelino Lopez looking much more settled here in the second inning, and with 2 down, it'll be Fred Valentine. Valentine singled and scored in the first, batting right-handed. Pitch from Lopez, a 5-2. That ball is driven to left field, backing up his right card at the wall. It's gone. Fred Valentine with a 2-out blast. For Valentine, his 6th home run of the season. Let's take another look. 5-2 righty. He's got the power. And the roll is an 8. And it is 3-0 Washington. And here's Brinkman now. Brinkman doubled in a run and came around to score himself. A hit-and-run double. Very rare. Lopez with the pitch. This can be a 1-9 left-handed grounder to short. Hernandez scoops it up, throws him out, and that will do it. But the Valentine homer makes it 3-0 Washington. I tell you what, if there's in the National League, you've got Atlanta when it comes to the underachieving teams. But has anyone underachieved more than these California Angels? Roughly a 500 team in real life that season. So far, they've lost 2 out of 3, 8-16. And they trail here 3-0. Ortega ready to work the second now. Here's Paul Shaw to lead things off. Shaw comes in at 250. 18 for 72. 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Ortega with the windup. The pitch to Shaw. It's a 3-9 right-handed. He struck him out. Shaw down on strikes. Here's Tom Satriano, the left-handed hitting catcher. Satriano has not played much, just 2 for 12. He's been in 5 games. Ortega gets the sign from Casanova. There's the pitch to Satriano. It's a 6-5 left-handed grounder to shortstop X. That'll be Steady Eddie, a 2E29. Brinkman into the hole. Here's the play on a 3. Diving stop by Brinkman to his feet, throws across and just does get him at first base. Oh my God, it's a web jam. What a play by Eddie Brinkman. Fantastic play by Brinkman to rob Satriano of a hit. And here's Hernandez now. Hernandez, this is his 66th debut. Not surprisingly, when you look at the card, he's yet to play. He's starting today at shortstop. The pitch from Ortega, a 3-6 grounder down to third base. McMullen, tune in, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Ortega. Of course, we're obligated to play Hernandez 3 at-bats, or roughly 7 innings, 6.5. Then we'll probably get him out of there. That's about as bad of a card as there can be, isn't it? Right, men? 7 errors in yesterday's ball game. That is correct. Okay, Lopez getting ready to go to work in the third. Here's McMullen now, 0 for 1 today. Lopez into the windup. The pitch to Ken McMullen is a 6-5 right-handed. That's a grounder to shortstop X. Now Hernandez is going to be tested on D, a 4E56. Ranging behind the bag on a 1. He's not going to get that. That's a base hit. The white die, by the way, irrelevant to the play. And now here's Mookie. I was afraid of this. He's trying to climb onto the computers. So McMullen reaches with a leadoff single, and here's Frank Howard. Howard struck out the first time against Lopez. Lopez working out of the stretch now. The pitch to Howard. 3-8 left-handed, swung on and missed strike 3. And Howard goes down swinging for the second time. Howard, leading the club in hitting, came into the game at .329, but with only 1 home run. Surprisingly. And the batter will be Don Locke, doubled in a run in the first. Lopez gets the sign from the stretch. The pitch to Locke is a 2-8 left-handed, swung on and missed strike 3. And that's the 4th K of the game for Lopez. And here's Hamlin. Hamlin singled his first time up. Lopez gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Hamlin now. It's a 6-6 righty, fly ball into right field. He lofts it the other way. Kirkpatrick barely has to move. And that will do it for Washington in the third. No runs to hit, 1 left on. They lead at 3-0. Lopez, though, showing signs of settling down. Ortega, who's been very good so far for the Senators, gets ready to work in the third. Lopez will lead it off. Lopez, a right-handed batter, 3W. Ortega gets the sign. Here's the pitch. It's a 4-4 right-handed, a grounder to third base X. That will be McMullen. He's a 3E24. Here's the play. On a 4, he's not going to get that. That's by him into left field for a leadoff single by Marcelino Lopez. So how about that? Lopez helping his own cause there with the leadoff single. Turns the lineup over, and here's Jose Cardinal. Jose 0 for 1. Ortega checks the runner. Now from the stretch, 2-8 right-handed. Cardinal takes it the other way for a base hit into right field. Lopez could try to go to third on that. 10 plus 2 to third, 12. Lock a -2. Makes it 10. He'll hold up. First and second, nobody out. And here's Ed Kirkpatrick. Ed walked and stole second in the first. Ortega checks the runners. From the stretch, pitch to Ed is a 6-10. Grounder to first base. Nen has it to Brinkman. Back to Nen, not in time. That'll be a 3-6 force. Lopez takes third. And there's runners at the corners and one down. And Bobby Knopp will be the hitter. Knopp came into the game at 178. Flew out to left in the first. Ortega checks the runners. Infield at double play depth now. The pitch to Bobby. 3-9 right-handed. He struck him out. Big strikeout there for Ortega. And it will be up to Reichart. Rick Reichart walked his first time up. Representing the tying run at the plate here. He has 6 home runs on the season. Ortega from the stretch. A 6-5 right-handed as a grounder to shortstop X. That will be Brinkman. Brinkman a 2E29. Ranging behind the bag now. And here's the play on a 15. He's there. Throws across in time. And the side is retired. Another nice play by Eddie Brinkman. And the Angels leave 2. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left on. We're through 3 at the Big A. Senators 3, Angels nothing. How is everybody doing? Any big plans for the weekend? For me, it'll be the usual. Go visit my family tomorrow. Give me a moment here to refresh this. Franklin can't see the top of the scorecard. Can you see it now, Franklin? Kenyon Hernandez was the hands of stone. We were just talking about the Stones, so just saying. Bottom of the order for Washington. Still checking with Franklin here. It looks good on my end. He was saying he couldn't see the top of the scorecard. Here's Nen to lead things off. He's 0 for 1. Left on left as Lopez comes set. Here's the windup and the pitch. It's a 5-11 left-handed base hit up the middle for Dick Nen. So Nen with a leadoff single. And here's Casanova. Right-handed hitting catcher, 0 for 1. Lopez working from the stretch now. Pitch to Paul is a 5-7 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. Number 5 for Lopez. And that'll bring up Ortega. Ortega, an A bunter. Angels will pull the infield in to make him a B. One hitter's card, he's going to lay it down anyway. 7B, it's a successful sacrifice bunt by Ortega. Nen will take second. Runner in scoring position and 2 down now, and here's Fred Valentine. 2 for 2 on the day, including a home run his last at bat. Lopez trying to get out of the jam now. Here's the pitch to Valentine. Is a 4-7 right-handed single to 12 on a 5. That is a single knocked down at short by Hernandez, but he does not have a play. Nen will round and hold at third. Valentine with a 2-out single. Held on at 18. And Eddie Brinkman will be the hitter. He's going to hit away. Here's the pitch. It's a 5-8 right-handed. He walks him to load the bases. Wouldn't you know it? Just when I said that Lopez was pitching better, he's coming unraveled here in the 4th. A 6 for endurance. With the bases loaded and 2 down, Ken McMullen will be the hitter. This is the big at bat for Lopez. McMullen could break it open right here. 3-0 Senators, bases loaded, 2 out. Lopez checks the runner. Here comes the pitch. It's a 5-10 right-handed catcher's card X. That's going to be Satriano, a 4E3. Will a run score on that? Here's the play. On a 15, it's a pass ball followed by a foul out, and another run will score on the pass ball. So a pass ball charged to Satriano. Runners move up, and then McMullen fouls out to the catcher to end the inning. So the Senators add on another run. Almost did it again. 1 run on 2 hits. They leave a pair. Four to nothing Washington as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Ortega, so far in command of this ball game, he's only allowed 2 hits. Okay, we got that straightened out. Good job, Franklin. Here's Seaburn now. Seaburn 0 for 1. Ortega gets the sign from Casanova. Here's the windup and the pitch to Seaburn. That's going to be a 5-3 left-handed, a fly ball to left field X. That's Frank Howard, a 5E5. Oh my, hold your breath on this one. Here's the play. On a 6, that's going to be down for extra bases. It's going to roll to the wall. Seaburn rounds and churns into second with a leadoff double. Seaburn with the double. Here's Paul Shaw now. Shaw struck out his first time against Ortega. Ortega checks the runner. Now it comes to the plate. 4-12 right-handed. It's a grounder to first base X. That'll be Nen, a 2E15. Nen, a good first baseman. Here's the roll on the play. On a 12, that'll be the E rating, and it's the dreaded 5 on a 15, and he boots it. Error Dick Nen. And the Angels are in business. E3, Seaburn to third. Shaw, no threat to steal now. Runners at the corners and nobody out. And here's Satriano. Tom's 0 for 1 today. Infield at double play depth as Ortega comes set from the stretch. Delivers to Satriano on a 6-5 left-handed. It's a grounder to shortstop X. That's Brinkman, a 2E29. This could be 2. Here's the play on a 13. It's a force play. Brinkman makes a diving stop, flips glove hand to Hamlin for the force, and that's all they're going to get. And our first run for the Angels crosses the plate. So a 6-4 force on a ground ball X. Shaw is forced. Seaburn comes in to score to make it 4-1. And with 1 away, Jackie Hernandez will be the batter. Right. Here's the pitch from the stretch to Hernandez. It's a 6-11 right-handed. It's a grounder to short. Brinkman into the hole. Throws to Hamlin for 1. On to first. Not in time. Another 6-4 force. Satriano is erased. And with 2 down, the batter will be Lopez. And there's Kurt Miller, yes. Good chilies, too. Green Anaheim peppers, right? Right-handed hitter Lopez. Here's the pitch on a 6-6 grounder down to third. McMullen has it. 2 Nan, and that will do it. 1 run for the Angels on 1 hit. They leave a man. After 4 complete, it's 4-1 Washington. Acquired Jose Hernandez. Well, heck, as long as they didn't get Jackie Hernandez, I guess that's fine. Right? Holy cow. I tell you guys, I feel a little bad even having to play this guy, but that's how we're playing it. Oh, it's, Perry, you know, it's pretty easy to do. You simply set the game in manual mode, and then you hit the enter button, and then you get a scroll down box where you can enter the result of the play. It's faster if you use the keys. For example, I know that F is... And you can hit F more than once. Okay, you push enter, the scroll down box comes up. Let's say it's a fly out. I hit F once, that is a foul out. Then I hit F a second time, and the second F is a fly out. Then you tab down and hit the number of the fielder, like 8 for the center fielder, for example, and then hit enter. I was slow at it at first, but I've gotten to where I can enter a game in less than 10 minutes. I'm trying to picture Jose Hernandez, Kurt, and I cannot. What team was he on, by the way? Maybe that'll help me. I get all these Hernandezes mixed up, I have to admit. Okay, we're going along to the 5th inning now in a 4-1 game. Frank Howard will lead it off for Washington. He struck out both times against Lopez today. Lopez into the windup. The pitch to Big Frank is a 6-8 right-handed. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Would you believe that? It's the hat trick for Big Frank Howard. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 Ks. for Marcelino Lopez. Man, as good as his stuff is today, it's hard to believe that he's the one trailing. And here's Locke, 1 for 2. Lopez gets the sign. The pitch, a 5-4 righty is a fly to center field X. That's Cardinal, a fine 2-E3. Cardinal on his horse now. Here's the play. On a 1, he's not going to get it. Can you believe it? It's going to roll to the wall. Cardinal picks it up, Locke rounds, and heads into second with his second double of the game. A 1-out double. So even the best fielders, man, a 2-E3. I was ready to write 8 in the score sheet before I even looked at the dice. Here's Hamlin now, 1 for 2. Lopez getting the sign. There's the pitch to Hamlin on a 6-4 right-hand. That's a grounder to short X. You guessed it, that's Hernandez, 4E56. Hold your breath on this one. Here's the play. On a 20, he makes the play and throws him out. Nice play, Jackie Hernandez. How about that? 6-3X, and the runner holds on a ground ball B to boot. So with 2 outs, it will be up to Dick Nan. Nan 1 for 2 today. Left on left, Lopez with the pitch, 4-8 left-handed. It's a little 2-hopper to second. Knopp has it easily. Sidearm to Seaburn, and the side is retired. No runs, a hit, 1 left on. Go to the bottom of the 5th, 4-1 Washington. And how about that? Let's see. How old would he be, Kirk? The old Johnny Carson thing, right? How old is he? Yeah, Perry, I'm with you, man. I don't know how else I would do it any other way. Bottom of the 5th we go. Top of the order for California. Jose Cardinal to start it off. Cardinal 1 for 2 today. Ortega gets the sign from Casanova. Here it is. It's a 2-4 right-hander. That's a high fly ball to left field, and look at that. It's going to hold up. Howard pressed up against the wall. Makes the catch for the out. Let's take another look at it. It's a 2-4 right-handed homer to 15 on a 19. Cardinal is robbed by the wind. Gust of wind kept that one in the ballpark, and the Angels just cannot seem to get a break in this replay, trying anything. As you can see, they've shaken up their lineup periodically. Bill Rigney trying everything he knows to get this team untracked. So far to no avail. And here's Kirkpatrick, 0 for 1 with a walk. The windup and the pitch is a 3-4. It's a tapper down to short. Brinkman will take it and throws him out for out number 2. That'll bring up Bobby Knopp, 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Ortega with the windup and the pitch. It's a 6-7 right-handed, a grounder to second base X. That's going to be Ken Hamlin, a 3-E24. Hamlin ranging behind the bag. Here's the play on an 18. He's there to glove it and throws him out. Side retired. So 4-3X, Knopp is retired. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Phil Ortega. We're through 5 here at the Big A. It's still 4-1 Washington. Let's see what we got going on here. You know, Ben, I was just thinking of the catch-22. I was going to say that. You beat me to it. Good job. And if I remember right, that wasn't too long after the movie came out. So, you know, the timing was exquisite. Not that you'd expect anything less from Carson. To the 6th we go in a 4-1 game. Friday at the ballpark. It'll be Casanova, Ortega, and Valentine for Washington. Paul Casanova's 0 for 2 today. Lopez, the windup. The pitch is a 2-7 left-handed. It's a grounder to shortstop. Hernandez has it. Throws him out, 1 away. Here's Ortega now, right-handed hitter. Lopez with the pitch, 5-5 righty, swung on and missed, strike 3. And Ortega goes down swinging for the second time today. 2 outs quickly. And here's Fred Valentine, who has not been retired today. 2 singles and a home run. Scored twice, drove in a run. Batting right-handed, Lopez set now, the windup, the pitch, 5-11 right-handed, base hit into center field, and Fred Valentine is 4 for 4 today. Valentine held on at an 18. With 2 down, he's going to try for that lead. 3 through 6. 7, he does not get the lead. And here's the next offering to Eddie Brinkman. On a 5-5, swung on and missed, strike 3. So that's strikeouts 7 and 8 for Lopez. Down go the Senators in the 6th. No runs, a hit, 1 left on. It feels to me like Lopez is pitching better than he actually is. You know what I'm saying? And he has given up 4, 5, 6. He's given up 10 hits. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 10 hits. I guess I'm impressed by the 8 strikeouts, huh? Ortega ready to go here in the bottom of the inning. Reichart, Seaburn, and Shaw due for California. Reichart 0 for 1 with a walk now, standing in from the right side. Ortega gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Reichart on a 1-4. That's a high, hard hit ball to left field. Towering fly ball. Howard a few steps back and just watches that one land halfway up the seats. And Rick Reichart has just hit his 7th home run of the season. A towering blast to left center on a 1-4, no doubt about it. And just like that, it's a 4-2 game. Ortega, a 7 for starter endurance. We're only in the 6th. And here's Norm Seaburn, 1 for 2 with a double. Ortega gets the sign now. Here's the windup, the pitch to Seaburn. It's a 4-10 lefty. It's a grounder to the left of Hamlin. Scoops it up, flips it in, and there's 1 down. Here's Shaw now, 0 for 2 today. Nobody on, 1 out, bottom of the 6th. Ortega with the windup in the pitch. It's a 2-6 right-handed, and he loses him, ball 4. And Tom Satriano will represent the tying run at the plate. Tom 0 for 2 today. W against righties. No power for Satriano. Ortega checks the runner. Now from the stretch. Pitch to Satriano is a 4-8 left-handed, and he walks him. Back-to-back walks issued by Ortega here in the 6th in a 4-2 game. And now there's action in the Washington pen. Bob Humphreys begins throwing. First and second, one away. Oh, good grief. Yeah, he has to bat. Blast it all. Okay. Ortega with a pitch to Hernandez. 3-11. Foul ball left side. McMullen has it. And there's 2 down. And now we will have a pinch hitter for Lopez. That'll be the last at bat for Hernandez. We've fulfilled our obligation there. Lopez worked 6 innings, 10 hits, 4 runs, walked 1, struck out 8. Lou Burdette throwing for California. And we'll have a batter. And coming off the bench, it's an all or nothing prayer here with Jackie Warner. Warner hitting .289 to lead the ball club, also with 9 homers, which leads the American League, and 17 RBIs. So California, they're firing their biggest gun right now with 2 outs in the 6th. Tying runs aboard. Ortega versus Warner. Ortega gets the sign. The pitch to Jackie Warner is a 6'9" right-handed. That ball is driven deep to left field. Backing up is Howard at the wall. It's gone. And Jackie Warner has just put the Angels in front with a pinch hit 3-run blast. Oh my goodness. Can you believe it? Holy crap. Let's take another look at it. 6'9". He has the power. The roll is a 6. It's a 3-run pinch hit home run for Warner, and the Angels lead it 5-4. So talk about a roll of the dice. Warner with his 10th home run of the season, the American League home run leader. Can you believe that? Boy, I'm going to miss that card when it gets injured. And Ben said it all right there. Holy cow, welcome to the game, California. Ortega is not fatigued, but he may not be long for this game. Here's Cardinal now. Ortega rubbing up a new ball. Here's the windup. The pitch to Jose is a 3-10 right-handed. Struck him out. And that is the 3rd out, but 4 big runs. A huge 3-run pinch hit homer by Jackie Warner. Oh my goodness. What a freaking ball game. Here comes Lou Burdette now. Burdette in the replay, 1-1 with a 4.02 ERA. He's been a workhorse out of this Angel pen so far. 10 innings of work. And he'll be facing the heart of the Senators lineup, McMullen, Howard, and Locke. As we roll into the 7th here. I still can't get over that pinch hit home run. You know, I thought for a second about Fregosi, but we're going to need him to come in for Hernandez. Good move for the Angels, as it turned out. Okay, here's McMullen. 1 for 3 today. Lou Burdette ready to go to work now. Gets the sign from Satriano. Pitch to Ken McMullen is a 3-4. Foul ball on the left side. Shaw says he has it. He's there, 1 down. And here's Big Frank. 0 for 3 today. Struck out all 3 times against Lopez. Now facing a right-hander. Burdette gets the sign. Here's the pitch. 5-5 right-handed. It's a fly ball into left field. That's playable for Reichart. And there's 2 away. And here's Don Locke now with 2 away. Locke 2 for 3. A pair of doubles today. Burdette gets the sign. Pitch to Locke. A 6-9 right-handed. It's a grounder to short. Hernandez has it. Throws him out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Lou Burdette. So the shutdown inning for Burdette after the Angels rally to take the lead in the bottom of the 6th. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. 5-4 Angels. Ortega will be entering his first inning of potential fatigue. Here in the 7th, he'll face Kirkpatrick, Knopp, and Reichart. Well, that's what happens when you let the dogs out, Perry. Here's Kirkpatrick, 0 for 2 with a walk. Ortega gets the sign. The windup. Pitch to Ed is a 3-7 right-handed, and he walks. Kirkpatrick draws his 2nd walk of the afternoon. Let's check the battery now. Kirkpatrick a star 15. Ortega with a -1. Casanova a -1. That makes him a 13, and they will not hold him. Actually, they tried that last time, and he stole. They are going to hold him, make him an 11. And what's good for the Goose, here's the pitch, and Knopp's trying the hit and run. Here's an A. The roll is a 6. Ground out to second, runners advance 1 base. So the runner moves up on the hit and run ground out. And it'll be up to Reichart. Reichart, one of 2 Angel home runs in the 6th inning. Reichart now has 7 home runs on the season as Ortega stares in. Runner at second, 1 away. And here's the pitch for Rick Reichart. 2-7 right-handed. It's a comebacker. Ortega looks the runner back and throws him out. And that'll bring up Norm Seaburn. Seaburn 1 for 3. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Thank you, sir. Sorry about that, guys. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Oh, the red is a stop sign. I was trying to figure out for a minute what that was. Getting ahead of myself there. Actually, it's just a case of bad eyesight, guys. I apologize. Thanks for setting me straight there. So here's the situation. Runner on second, 2 down. Norm Seaburn's the batter. Ortega comes to the plate, 5-5. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And that will do it for the Angels in the 7th. No runs, no hits, they leave a man. We're through 7 in a 5-4 ball game. California leads. Bob Lee begins tossing in the California pen. Burdett will start the inning at least. And it will be Hamlin, Nen, and Casanova due for Washington. Hamlin, 1 for 3 today, right-handed hitter. Burdett, the windup on the pitch, that's a 5-6. He pops him up on the left side. Hernandez under it and makes the play for the out. Here's Nen, 1 for 3 now. Burdett into the windup. The pitch to Nen is a 3-5 right-handed, and he walks him, ball 4. A 1-out walk to Nen. And the batter will be Casanova. Bob Lee just about ready in the pen. Casanova 0 for 3. Burdett from the stretch. Pitch to Casanova on a 6-8. That's a base hit into center field, an open single. Nen a 12. Cardinal with a -2 arm, however. He's going to hold up. And Rigney's got his foot on the top step of the dugout. He's going to wait for the pinch hitter to be announced. And Gil Hodges cleverly will send up a switch hitter. That way, whoever the pitcher is, he's ready. Bob Savarin will be the batter. Savarin looks fairly balanced. Switch hitter on the season, just 4 for 14. And that will do it for Burdett. They're going to go to the closer, Bob Lee. Burdett in 1 1/3 innings gave up 1 hit, 1 walk, struck out no one. Lee, as you can see there, 16 saves in real life. What has he done in the replay? No record, 3 saves and a 0.82 ERA across 11 innings. So the thinking there was that Burdett could navigate the bottom of the lineup. He failed to do so. And now against the pinch hitter Savarin, Bob Lee has been brought in from the pen. 5-4 Angels. Senators threatening here in the 8th with 1st and 2nd and 1 away. Switch hitter Bob Savarin hitting left-handed. Lee checks his runners now. And it comes to the plate, 2-10. He pops him up on the right side. That's Knopp. He's got it. And that's the 2nd out. And that will bring up Fred Valentine. Valentine has not been retired today. 4 for 4. 3 singles and a home run. Switch hitter batting left-handed. And Tom Satriano is headed out to the mound. They're going to have a little conference here as to how they want to go about pitching to Valentine. They could put him on, but with the runners at 1st and 2nd, that would force the tying run to 3rd base. And there's absolutely no way, other than Barry Bonds being at the plate, I'm going to do that. Okay, the conference on the mound has been broken up. Satriano back into the crouch now. Valentine standing in from the left side. Here's the pitch from Lee. That's going to be a 2-6 right-handed, and that's a single 2 stars, and this is a tie ball game. Valentine is freaking 5 for 5. Nen scores. Casanova takes third. Holy cow, Fred Valentine. Nobody can get him out today. Brinkman's 1 for 3. Right-handed batter, Lee, into the windup. 1-8 right-handed, it's a grounder to short. Hernandez, the short way to Knopp, and that will end the inning, but not before Washington ties it up. A run on 2 hits, they lead a pair. You think so, really? You'd walk a guy with runners on first and second. I'd walk him with an open base. I don't think I've ever in my life issued an intentional walk that moved base runners. Anyway, Ortega's day is done. He worked 7 innings, allowed 5 hits, 4 runs. 5 runs, excuse me. Good grief, the scorecard is a mess today. Five runs on 5 hits. He walked 5. 5's across. If he struck out 5, wouldn't that be something? Let's see here. 2. No, he struck out 4. Let's double check it. 1, 2. Yep, 4 Ks for Ortega. We need a new pitcher for Washington. That's Humphreys, who was getting loose. He'll come in. Ron Klein pitched in this game in real life, but I've got him marked as emergency only, as I feel he's been overworked the last few games. Tie game in the bottom of the 8th. Paul Shaw will lead it off. Shaw 0 for 2 with a walk. Let's check Humphreys' numbers here. Humphreys has been in 7 games, no record, 1 save, a 0.66 ERA across 13 2/3 innings. Right-handed batter, Humphreys into the windup. The righty delivers 2-10. It's a grounder to third. McMullen has it, throws him out, and there's 1 away. Let's take a look at Satriano now. I'm comparing him to Rogers. Satriano's going to hit. 0 for 2 with a walk. 6-5 left-handed. It's a grounder to shortstop X. That's going to be Brinkman again. 2E29. A lot of X plays to Eddie today. Here's the roll on a 5. He makes a nice stop, throws him out, 2 down. And now Jim Fregosi has grabbed a bat. What the hell just happened there? Now I can't even remember what I just rolled. 6-3X. Jim Fregosi will come on and bat for Hernandez. He'll take over at short. 2E36, Jim on the season, hitting 281, 3 home runs, a dozen RBIs. Humphrey set now. Here's the windup and the pitch to Fregosi. It's going to be a 1-5 right-handed grounder to second, smothered by Hamlin. To his feet now and throws him out. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Humphreys. Fregosi, as previously stated, remains in the game at shortstop. Bob Lee will come back out for the 9th in a tie game. Holy cow. You're not kidding, Ben. Like, how far am I obligated to go with this Hernandez? We gave him 3 at-bats. I'd say that's fair. And the Angels needed to score there. While Fregosi grounded out to second, we sure as shit knew that Hernandez wasn't going to do anything. Lee will face the heart of the Senators' order in the 9th. It's McMullen, Howard, and Locke. Lee gets the sign from Satriano now. Here's the windup. The pitch to McMullen is a 4-9 right-handed, and he walks him to lead off the inning. Not a good thing. In a tie game, he walks the leadoff man. And here comes Big Frank Howard. Howard, 0 for 4 today, struck out 3 times. McMullen takes his lead. Lee, a glance over there. Now from the stretch. The pitch to Big Frank is a 4-10. It's a shallow fly ball into left field. Reichart charging. He's there to catch up with it. 1 down. Here's Don Locke now. Locke 2 for 4, a pair of doubles. Lee gets the sign. Pitching from the stretch, the pitch to Locke is a 5-7 right-handed. It's a grounder to short. That's going to be 2. It's Fregosi to Knopp to Seaburn. And we're still tied going to the bottom of the 9th. And Franklin just said it all. Bob Humphreys will come out for his 2nd inning of work. And the Angels will start it off by sending up a pinch hitter for Lee. Lee worked 1 2/3. He gave up 1 hit, 2 walks, and no strikeouts. Who is it going to be? Jay Johnstone grabs the bat. Johnstone, the prankster, the left-handed hitter, hitting just 167. That's 1 for 6. Exclusively a pinch hitter so far. You know, I think Howard has been. And it's tough to say that when he's batting .329. But with just 1 home run and 9 RBIs, I'd have to say he has been. He has 3 doubles, a triple, and a homer. So 20 of his 25 hits have been singles, and it seems like he's not doing it when it counts, you know. There's Johnstone to lead off the bottom of the 9th. Humphreys ready to work. Pitch to the left-hander is a 3-6 right-handed, a grounder to shortstop. Brinkman again, over to Nen, and Johnstone is retired. Holy cow. Hey, thanks Kurt Miller for that. That's interesting. Jackie was the everyday shortstop for the '69 Royals. Top of the order, and Jose Cardinal with one away. Jose's 1 for 4 today. Humphreys gets the sign from Casanova. Here's the pitch to Jose. It's a 312 liner right into the glove of McMullen. Oh my goodness. Cardinal stung it, but right at the third baseman. With 2 down, it'll be Kirkpatrick. 0 for 2, he's walked twice. Humphreys into the windup now. 1-6, grounder down to first. Nen will take it himself, and we're going to extra innings on a Friday. How about that? Well, that's a little better, Kenyon, than the, what is he here, 4E56? California's going to need a new pitcher. Right, left, right. I'm going to have to check their bullpen and their usage now. Pretty clear-cut choice here. It's going to be Minnie Rojas, the 4th pitcher of the afternoon for California. Rojas in the replay so far, 1-1 with a 4.5 ERA. Pretty good card, although he does have a home run problem. 2.88 ERA in real life. He'll be facing Hamlin, Nen, and Casanova. This is the same part of the order that got Burdett into trouble. So your initial thought, maybe it's the bottom of the order, but they're the ones that set the table for the tying run in the 8th. Ken Hamlin will start it off. He's 1 for 4. Rojas ready to go now. Gets the sign from Satriano. Here's the windup to pitch to Hamlin. It's a 2-4 right-handed. He pops him up left side. That's Fregosi. He'll take it for the first out. And here's Dick Nen. Nen 1 for 3 with a walk. Rojas into the windup now. The pitch to Nen is a 6-9 left-handed. A grounder to second base. Cannot plugs the hole. Throws to Seaburn. 2 down. And it'll be up to the catcher, Casanova. 1 for 4 today. Rojas gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Paul Casanova. It's a 5-6 right-handed, a 2-hopper to short. Fregosi to Seaburn. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Minnie Rojas. We're headed to the bottom of the 10th. A 5-5 ball game. Humphreys rated 3 for relief and due to lead off the 11th, if there is one. He'll come out at least to start the inning. What have they got? Casey Cox tossing. Dick Lyons, the left-hander, joins him in the Washington pen. I have taken Howard out for 4. And he's 0 for 5. That's a valid point. Let's see what else they've got. They could put Willie Kirkland in. And that's what they're going to do. Willie Kirkland will enter the game and take over in left, where he's a 2E5 -2. That would be a little harder for me if not for the fact that Howard's 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts. Right? He's not making a case for himself. It'll be Knopp, Reichard, and Sieber in the heart of the California order here in the bottom of the 10th. Bobby 0 for 4 today. Humphreys gets the sign from Casanova. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch to Knopp on a 4-7. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Holy crap. If you're thinking about beating the Friday traffic, you might have picked the wrong ball game. Here's Reichart now, 1 for 3 with a home run. Humphrey staring in now. Here's the windup, the pitch to Reichart. It's a 5-6 right-handed. That's a triple to a 3 on a 5. He'll settle for a long single, and the winning run is aboard. Reichart, a star 15 stealer. Humphreys with a -1 hold. Casanova a -1 arm. That makes him a 13. They'll elect to not hold him. Pretty risky. Steal at 65%. And Seaburn is the batter. Norm Seaburn, 1 for 4 with a double. Humphreys working from the stretch now. The pitch to Seaburn is a 1-12. It's a grounder to second, smothered by Hamlin. Throws him out as Reichart takes second. Winning run in scoring position now. And it's up to Schall. Schall 0 for 3 with a walk. Schall just 5 RBIs on the season. He has a pair of home runs. Humphreys staring in now. The pitch to Schall is a 4-8 right-handed. He struck him out. 2 Ks for Humphreys. We're going to the 11th. Hell of a job by Humphreys, who will come out of the game now for a pinch hitter. But man, three scoreless innings by Humphreys. He only allowed 1 hit. No walks and 2 strikeouts. Casey Cox throwing. Another right-hander. Batting for Washington. Not much left. It's got to be Jim King. King, you might remember, has had some dramatic moments in this replay already, hitting just .222, but he does have 6 home runs. Make sure we can see this now before I get going. Jim King has been announced. Left-handed batter. Manny Rojas beginning his 2nd inning of work. King standing in from the left side. Here's the windup and the pitch. That's going to be a 3-10 right-handed. It's a grounder to first. Seaburn will take it himself. 1 away. So King's retired. Top of the order. And up steps Fred Valentine. Valentine is 5 for 5 today. Switch hitter batting left-handed. Rojas into the windup. Pitch to Valentine is a 1-11. Foul ball on the right side. Seaburn camped under it. And somebody finally figured out how to get Valentine out. Oh my goodness. 2 down and it's up to Brinkman. Brinkman 1 for 4. Rojas the windup. The pitch to Brinkman on a 1-7 single to 16. He's aboard on an 11. It's a 2-out single for Brinkman, a star 15 stealer. Rojas, however, a -2 hold. Satriano a +2. That's a wash. They'll hold Brinkman on, making him a 13. And it will be up to Ken McMullen. McMullen 0 for 3 today, walked in the 9th. Rojas checks the runner now from the stretch. To McMullen is a 2-4, pops him up. Left side, Fregosi. That's the side. No runs a hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 11th. Anybody smell a marathon coming on? Rojas is done. He'll be batting third. He'll due to bat third. As Casey Cox comes on to pitch the bottom of the 11th. Cox, a right-hander, so far on the season, 1-2 with a 3.60 ERA. Satriano Fregosi on the pitcher's spot, due up. And welcome Bob Cole. My guess would be no, but I don't really know for sure. Tom Satriano 0 for 3, grounded to short 3 times and walked back in the 6th. Left-handed hitter. Cox set now. Here's the windup. The pitch to Tom is a 4-7 left-handed, a single to 5 on an 11. That is speared by Nen at first. And there's 1 away. And here's Jim Fregosi now. Took over for Hernandez in the 8th. Fregosi 0 for 1. Cox into the windup. The pitch to Jim is a 1-6 right-handed, a grounder to third base. That's McMullen. Over to Nen. And now we'll have a pinch hitter for Rojas. Holy cow. Rojas worked 2 innings, surrendered just 1 hit, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Things are getting thin in the Angels bullpen. Due up is Kirkland, Locke, and Hamlin. They're going to go to Sanford. All that's left, other than computer-only cards, are Sanford and Clyde Wright. Clyde Wright, of course, blew a game earlier in this series. I remember that. And with 2 outs, they need a hope and a prayer here. And who better to provide it? Joe Adcock has been announced. Adcock, insane power against lefties, but pretty good power against righties too. Let's see what he's done on the season. He's 6 for 21 with 2 home runs. Cox staring in now. The pitch to Adcock is a 3-9 right-handed. Oh my God, he struck him out. Just missed it. Adcock down on strikes, a 1-2-3 inning for Casey Cox. And we're going to the 12th. Holy cow, I'm going to have to take a break and use the facilities, gentlemen. I'll be right back. Here's Sanford getting loose. And we're back. Holy cow, what a game. We're going to the 12th inning in this one. Catching up on the chat. Whistler? Let's take a look at Sanford's numbers in a replay. He's about ready to go here. He's 0-2, 5.57. He's been in 7 games, 2 of them starts. And like I say, it's him or Clyde Wright. So the Angels running out of players. Same for Washington. And Willie Kirkland's going to lead it off. Kirkland came in replacing Howard for defense. Left-handed hitter. He's just 1 for 11 on the season. Sanford, ready to work now. Windup on the pitch to Kirkland, a 4-11 left-handed single into right field. Kirkland comes through with a leadoff single. All right, let's look at the Washington bench now. You've got Chance, a terrible fielding first baseman, left-handed hitter. Doug Camille, the other catcher. And Blasingame, a terrible hitting second baseman. He's not terrible. He's actually decent against right-handers. But nobody who could pinch run, nobody better than a 12. And certainly no one who could replace Kirkland's defense in left. God, I hope we make it in 30. Runner on first. Here's Locke. Locke 2 for 5. Sanford from the stretch. 2-4 right-handed. It's a fly into center field. That's playable for Valen. That's playable for Cardinal, who hauls it in for out number 1. I see something else I should have done too, but I'll let you guys see it first. Here's Hamlin now, 1 for 5. Righty versus righty from the stretch. It's a 1-8 right-handed single, 2 stars. Kirkland rounds and heads into third. And Washington is in business now with runners at the corners and 1 down. And Dick Nen, the batter. Momentary thoughts of going to Clyde Wright, but based on what happened last time, that scares me off of that. Infield will be in. Nen 1 for 4 with a walk. Sanford set from the stretch. The pitch to Nen is a 5-5 grounder to shortstop X. That could be 2. Infield was in. Fergosi a 2E36. Here's the play on a 2. He can't get it. He can't get it. He knocks it down and does not have a play, and the run will score on the base hit. RBI single by Nen. Kirkland crosses the plate. Hamlin will hold at second. Infield single. And here's Casanova. First and second, 1 down. Casanova 1 for 5. Sanford getting his sign now. Here's the pitch to Paul. It's a 2-4 right-handed, a grounder to third. That's going to be 2. Shaw down to Knopp to Seaburn. Double play. 5-4-3 ends the inning, but not before the Senators push across the go-ahead run on 3 hits and leave a pair. We go to the bottom of the 12th. It's 6-5. Casey Cox will try to finish it. Top of the order for the Angels. Jose Cardinal will start it off. He's 1 for 5 today. Cox gets the sign from Casanova. Here's the pitch. It's a 5-4 right-handed. A grounder to third base X. That's going to be McMullen, a 3-E-24. Here's the roll on the play. On a 1, he can't get to it. That's by him and into left field for a single. And the tying run is aboard. Valentine moves to right, Locke moves to center. And that was the thing I mentioned earlier when I said I'll see if you can catch it. Cardinal, a star 17 stealer with Cox with a +3 hold. Casanova, a -1 arm. That's 19 held. He's a 17. He's going to try for that lead, 2 through 6. 8, he does not get it. He'd be an 11 on the back number, and here's Kirkpatrick. In fact, I'm going to move these over here, fading out of the picture a bit. Cox from the stretch. The pitch to Kirkpatrick, a 5-7. That's a single into center field. That's an open single. Locke in center now with a -2. Cardinal 1 to 15. He's going for it. They're throwing. He's out at third base. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. Kirkpatrick will take second on the throw. So the Angels gambled. Something you regulars know I don't really like to do. Trying to force the issue, it backfires. And Cardinal is gunned down at third base by Locke. 1 away, tying run in scoring position, and here's Knopp. Cox gets the sign. The pitch to Knopp is a 6-12. It's a grounder to first X. That's Nen, a 2-E-15. Here's the play. On a 17, he's got it. Let me check this. This is important. Ground ball B, runner at second. Runner advances 1 base on that. Okay, just to clarify, I looked that one up. That's going to be a 3-1. Kirkpatrick takes third. Tying run at third, but there's 2 away now. And it's up to Reichart. Reichart 2 for 4 in this game. Homered in the 6th. Seaburn on deck. Cox checks the runner at third. The full windup. The pitch to Reichart. 1-3 single, and this game is tied. RBI single for Reichart. Kirkpatrick comes in to score. Now Reichart is a star 15 stealer. That's 17 held on. He's a 15. He will be held on. And he's going to try for the lead. 2 through 6 or 12. 3, he's got the lead. There he goes. Let me get this straight here. 2, 7, he's 1 through 15. Here's the throw. He steals on a possible overthrow. Let's look at it here. Casanova 1 to 18. Oh my God, it's almost automatic. On a 20, he does an overthrow. A 1 through 18 overthrow. Holy crap, you gotta be kidding me. Stolen base, Reichart. And the winning run now is in scoring position. And the batter will be Norm Seaburn. Casanova out to the mound. They could put Seaburn on and face Shaw. I'm not sure that's really any advantage for Washington at this point. Okay, the umpire's breaking this up. It's going to be Seaburn versus Cox. Winning run at second base, 2 away. Cox gets the sign. It's the pitch to Norm Seaburn on a 3-9. He rips it over the bag into right field. That's going to be plenty deep for a 2-base hit. Reichart rounds and scores, and the Angels walk it off. And oh my goodness, listen to the crowd. What a finish. Both teams dangerously short of players. Seven to 6 final of the totals for you in just a moment. Tied after 9, the Senators pushed across the run in the top of the 12th, and the Angels come back with 2 runs in the bottom of the inning to win it. Sanford ends up being the winning pitcher. That's his first win of the season. He's 1-2. He gave up 3 hits and a run. Cox takes the loss. No walks and a K. Cox 1-3 now. Thank you, everyone. I'll have the totals for you here in a second, but first of all, everyone have a great weekend and happy Father's Day. And Seaburn, who's had an awful struggle so far this season, Kenyon, absolutely. He's the hero here. I'm not sure whether to name him the player of the game or Jackie Warner for the pinch hit 3-run homer. Maybe both of them. I'd kind of like to give it to both of them. Welcome your thoughts on that. The totals for the Angels, 7 runs on 10 hits, no errors. For the Senators, 6 runs. You got to be kidding me. 16 hits and 1 error. What started off looking like kind of like a bit of a snoozer, quite frankly. Or maybe it was just me. Hell, I was putting myself to sleep there. Ends up being quite a ball game. A much needed win for the Angels. 9-16 now. Washington drops to 11-12. Let's take a look ahead on the schedule. Well, of course, there will be no game tomorrow. I won't be here. I'll be back with you on Sunday for the New York Yankees at the second place Minnesota Twins. That's going to be Fritz Peterson for the Yankees, Camilo Pascal for the Twins. And yes, kudos to Valentine for his 5-hit day. Scored 2, drove in 2. Some nice performances from several players, really. Rijkaard had 3 hits, including a home run. Drove in the tying run. Thank you so much, guys, for enjoying this with me. I appreciate it. You have no idea. I was just looking at my deal this morning, numbers, whatever you want to call it. 218 subscribers. Holy cow. I remember I was excited when I had 20. That's going to do it for me. I'm going to get my weekend started. You guys do the same. Once again, a happy weekend to everybody and happy Father's Day. Take care, everybody. Hope to see you on Sunday.